What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Better Biomed. Folks, today I want to show you something that's actually pretty amazing. Many of you guys probably already realize what this thing is. It's an Arduino, and it's an Arduino Nano, which means it's tiny and it's very inexpensive. But this little guy right here is very, very capable. And it's got several different variants, and there's even some clone models out there that can do some pretty interesting things. But what I wanted to show you guys today is that this guy here has gotten way easier to use than historically. So the concept that I've got here is I just went and got a vacuum sealer. It's a very nice Vacmaster. It's a beautiful unit. And this Vacmaster unit that I have, it it kind of blew up in my face today. Yeah, it did. So I had a problem with the sealing bar. I actually did a whole video on it, and that video failed to upload and it's lost forever. And I went through and I showcased how I went through my troubleshooting and whatnot. But that's okay, because in the midst of me being confused and a little bit upset that, oh my God, I just wasted $180 on this thing, I got to thinking, it's just the microcontroller, and I can't buy these parts anymore. Even though it's a commercial device, I cannot buy the parts anymore. How many devices like that do you guys know of, day in and day out? You wish you could automate some processes, or you wish you could have a controller to do something that you manually have to do currently. That's where Arduino comes in. The beauty of this little guy right here is that you can get all sorts of different sensors and modules for it. And there's a lot of code examples already on the internet. But to heck with that. Guys, when I'm sitting there, I was thinking I was going to use a garage door opener code that I found online to solve my problem, because it runs a motor for a certain duration and it has limit switches all incorporated into the code. I was like, we could do better than that. Why would I sit here and try and modify somebody else's code for like 2 hours when I can just go to AI? That's right. ChatGPT can write Arduino code, and it does it very well, by the way. So all you have to do is tell it a story. Tell it what sensors you have, tell it exactly the cycle time that you want, tell it step by step what you'd like it to do, and it will write the code. It creates all the variables and everything, and it even tells you the pinout for the Arduino. So this wire here needs to connect here. And then, part of it you're still going to have to figure out on your own. But believe it or not, since ChatGPT is a conversation, you just ask it a question if there's anything that you'd like a little bit more information on. And that's the beauty of this. There's so many processes that I would like to automate. And this one here is going to be a vacuum sealer that I'm going to automate. The vacuum motor's just fine. The all the pneumatic solenoids are absolutely fine. It's not the simplest thing in the world to automate, but using AI, it took me about 5 to 10 minutes. And I've got this beautiful code, and it even has a lot of messages written in there, annotations that kind of describe what's going on in the circuit path. And the cool thing is you can always go back, and if there's anything you don't like, because it's a conversation, you go back to one of those old GPT conversations and you say, no, instead of the default timer to be 30 seconds, I'd like it to be 32 or 35 seconds. And let's say the sealing bar, I want the sealing bar to activate for 5 seconds instead of 6. And it just, okay, let me recompile that code for you. And then all you got to do is USB upload that to your little Arduino Nano. And now you have a microcontroller that is doing exactly what you want it to do. So guys, stay tuned. I'm going to be posting more on this project. So tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and start the process of rebuilding this guy. And I'm going to be wiring in each of the solenoids and whatnot. I do have 5-volt controlled relays, and I've got a relay bar that's coming in tomorrow. It's got like 8 relays. They can switch up to 125 volts at, I think, 10 amps. So, geez, it should have no problem switching minor DC. And, we're going to see how it works. So you can get various types of relays for Arduino. You can get 24-volt switching, 5-volt switching. You can even get like CMOS level, which is switching at like 3 volts. But I prefer the 5-volt because that's the native output for these guys right here. So anyway, guys, stay tuned for my project. My cat's coming up here, and she's very excited to see me outside. But anyway, guys, stay tuned. This project, I'm going to be going step by step on using a microcontroller to refit older devices that are no longer repairable. Thanks for watching, guys.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below with what you'd like to see in future videos.